Hello, everybody. Let's see. It looks like I need to go this way. Hang on. There we go. How is everybody doing today? I hope you are doing well. Sorry about the delay in getting started there. I got totally distracted with another game and then was like, oh, I have things I need to do. I should go. But I've been having a really fun time playing the Planet Crafter. So if anybody wants to talk about that, I am happy to talk about that for a while as well. But yes, where are you crafting a planet? My planet is blue. Well, the sky is blue. The planet's not blue. The planet's still a little bit orange. But then again, that's a little, all right. So we will pause on discussion of that for the moment, because here we are in Lord of the Rings Online, and we are today not on the Treebeard server. We are on a different server. Let me switch that. We're over on Laurelin. I thought it would be nice to take my main character here on Laurelin, Rosenbloom, who you see standing here in a field of her own. And I was going to run around and do the anniversary festival. So the anniversary festival is kind of the most, what I would feel, kind of oddball of the festivals, which is kind of weird given that it's the festival to celebrate the game, and yet it's the one that's kind of the weirdest one to me in a way. So basically you start here. The reason I say that is because you start at the party tree and pick up the wrapper quest, which in itself, that seems like a really smart thing to do. We should have lots of festivals that start at the party tree. So we grab the wrapper from Waldo here.
Won't you?
And he wants us to go do 7 anniversary festival activities. So not 10 like we run into for most other festivals, but only 7. So you think, okay, well, that's got to be easy. And it's easy if you're not doing it every day. But if you are doing this daily, it can get a little more complicated to try and get 7 quests. So one thing you can do is Waldo himself there, and then his niece over here, Odelia. They're the ones who have the quests that correspond to these things, these scrolls that are hanging from the tree. So this is the festival where the scrolls on the tree are active. So that's something that could be worth doing, because this is the only time you have access to these. The rest of the year, they're just pretty decorations, but you can't actually interact with them. Excuse me. So now there's 2 different versions. You'll see I have year 1 Tales, year 1 Travels, year 1 Trifles. And then you'll see I have Eriador, year 2, Eriador, year 3, Eriador, Eriador, Eriador. So basically there were year 1 Eriador year 1 quests to do. And once you've finished like the year 1 version, then a year 2 comes up. The Eriador ones are basically the same as the ones that don't say Eriador at the beginning. The difference is the ones that don't say Eriador at the beginning can take you to the entire world. Let me see if I have any pairs that I can then explain this a little bit better. Anniversary event. Hey, Lost-Shire Hobbit. Hello and welcome. Good to see you there. Hello, Hobbit has arrived. Viva Larum says that they're hearing that in the same way in StarCraft. Carrier has arrived. So, okay, so let's see. That's the Eriador 6. Can I pick up? I wanted to kind of see if I had 2 that matched, like year 1, year 1. So I have the Avenir Scavenger Hunt. Well, let me see if I can do. Well, here, let me just show you. For example, okay. So for example, this is year 1 Tales Frodo. And so what it does is it takes you to places in the world in which the storyline highlights Frodo or is very Frodo focused or things like that. So for example, gathering remembrances at Bag End. So you like walk around Bag End and you're like, I remember this place, you know, that kind of thing. Talk to Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Pet, or Pat in this case, because that's the emote you can do. Farmer Maggot's dog Grip, and then also his dog Fang. Enjoy a meal at Tom Bombadil's house. Dance on a table in the Prancing Pony. There's no ring involved though. Talk to Frodo in Bilbo's room in Rivendell. Faint by the Ranger Camp in Weathertop. So those are all in the Eriador Year 1 Tales Frodo. Now, this is the Year 1 Tales Frodo that does not have the Eriador at the beginning, which means I also, in order to complete this one, would need to sit in the chair atop Amen Hen, defeat fell spirits in the Dead Marshes, and gather remembrances in Henneth Anun. So those are places that are further out that you don't have access to if you're only in the Eriador region. And when I mean Eriador region, basically what we're talking about is this, which includes like the Trollshaws, Swampfleet and Cardalong now, but they aren't part of the Travels because this was created long before they were part of the game. But it takes you into Bree, the Shire, Erluin, Avondale, North Downs, Angmar. So just those places. Anything beyond that, so now Eriador is this little piece here, and then we have all the rest of this world as well. So anything that's going to take you out into the rest of this world here is going to be just the regular one, not the Eriador version. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't think I want to do any of these because it's a lot of... for me, it's a lot of looking at the wiki to remember where these people are. Like, for example, this one's actually kind of fun. Old foes. So, like, defeat Svalfang, which is that giant that's kind of roaming around. Well, he's kind of by that level 45 part of, like, north of Bree, adjacent to the Shire. Let's see. Jagger Jack. That's one of the first guys you might run into over here, not here, in Breeland, like out in the Chetwood, and outside of Archet and all of that. That's one of the bad guys you encounter over there. So he's like a level 10 or something like that. And I think there's is it Mange Maw might be the or Moraine or Morfan. I mean, is like there's a wolf that walks around that same area. So things like that. So it's like going back and defeating again things that you defeated at various points in the game. And they start at some very low level stuff, which is fun. But then they can go to some high level stuff if you're doing the regular one, not the Eriador one. So that's why I'm like, I don't really want to do that right now. But that one's fun. I mean, they are fun to do. It's just, it's basically me staring at the wiki a lot. That might not be as entertaining as like going and doing things together. Now, I had picked up all of these before. Oh, the Year 2 Reflections is do a bunch of instances. So you go to the reflecting pools and you're doing those instances. That can be fun if you haven't done those in a while, because it can be fun to like be like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. And it's really different to do like retaking Weathertop as a level 100 than it was at like a level 20. Eriador 3 travels heights and depths. Visit the top of High King's Crossing. Oh, we could actually probably do that. Okay, we'll take one of these, because that one I can do. We could do that, but we're not going to do that. Okay. All right, so I picked that up. Because what happened is I had picked up, Odelia has a quest that's like, hey, do a card from this tree. And you're like, okay. And then I think Waldo also had a corresponding, do a card from this tree. There's more flavor text than that. It's like somebody's put these things up and they don't know who is doing this. And they're like, what in the world is going on? And it's really quite funny. Anyway, I've picked up the wrapper quest from him. So what can we do at the party tree? And any anniversary festival activities we could do at the party tree? No. That's what I find really weird. Like, we have to start here, we have to end here, but there's nothing else going on here, and I find that really odd. So one of the things we can do, potentially, is go down the hill and back to Hobbiton. And there's the fellow who's standing by the task board, Dudo Chubb there. He has a quest. And so he has a quest that you... I talked to somebody else. Let me take a look at this one. So I talked to Esmeralda Burrows. She's over in Mickledelving, in the Bird and Baby Inn. And she said, hey, I've got this hammer I would like to give to my friend Dudo Chubb, but he's over in Hobbiton. Can you take it to him? So we are now turning in the quest to give him this hammer.
How do you
So
do?
we do that, and he's like very excited. So that is one of our 7 quests that we need to do. Yeah, Lost Shire Hobbit says this festival is very Bree focused and Bree Brawl focused, right? I mean, that's pretty much it. So, and this chain of gifts that is really great, but it's not a daily quest. It resets on Thursdays and Mondays, I think it is. So you can do it twice in a week, but you can't use it as part of your dailies. So I find that a little frustrating. But okay, so I've turned that quest into him, but now he has one for me. He's like, hey, I have this dwarf shield, and I want to give it to my friend Omar over in the Blue Mountains because he's especially fond of shields like this one, and he would put it to better use. So we accept that, and he is up in Freyren's court. So if you're a hunter, this can be a really easy set of quests to do. So we're going to fly off to Thorin's Hall, and then we'll ride down the hill. Oh, by the way, I am riding the festival horse. Every festival usually has a new mount, and this is the new mount for this festival, right? Isn't that the one? Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, it's a green dragon. Yeah, right. Oh, there's a whole lot of green dragon themed stuff. So that's the green dragon mounts. It's got a lot of green on it, but also has some like red accents. I did get the green dragon keg because there's a green dragon keg, which is fun. Okay, so now you come and you give him the dwarf shield.
What do you
and
want?
he's like, Omer, it's your service and your families. And then he's like, wow, thanks for the shield. That's very nice. And then he's like, hey, by the way, I have this lucky goat horn that I want to give to my friend up in Thorin's Hall Inn. Like, okay, sure. I can deliver that for you. So then you go back up to Thorin's Hall. Patty McGinty, hey to you too. Welcome. Let me grab a quick drink. We are working our way through some festival quests. So each time I turn one of these in to the recipient, it counts as one of the festival quests that I'm trying to accomplish. It counts as one of the 7. So I'm going into the inn where they did the dances and everything. And you'll notice there's no inn league or ale association during this festival, which also I find weird because that it just makes the anniversary festival again kind of different than the rest of them. Patty McGinty just got in from Sea Life in London. What is Sea Life? All right, so we turn in this lucky goat's horn to this guy, and he's like, well, hey, I'm feeling kind of lucky already. And then he's like, hey, I've got a pint of ale, my special batch of anniversary festival ale, and can you take this to my friend Roger Hazeltwig in Bree? I don't think he's going to get a chance to get up here and get it before the festival's over. You're like, sure, I can do that. Hang on, let me put my hair up a little bit. It's bugging me. So Roger is over by the Boar Fountain in Bree. So that's where we would be heading to turn that in. Okay. So we'll go ahead and accept that. All right, so Patty McGinty says, Sea Life is an aquarium where you can see all kinds of fishes. I was very surprised. They had penguins, sharks, and turtles. That is cool. Hopefully not all in the same place, though, right? I mean, maybe. Maybe they get along. I don't know. I don't live in the ocean. Now, if you are short of things to do for the festival, or you're very interested in checking this out, there's also the beer brawl, which takes place here inside Thorin's Hall, and you end up going into the center there. So if we have time, maybe later on I'll show you how to do that. It takes a minimum of 2 people, though. So he says, no, they're all separated. Okay. Also, if you are curious what are the goodies for the festival, this is one of the places you can find one of these pretty people called a Games Master. That's what you're looking for. Games Master right there, that guy in front of me. And they have the full list of all the things, including, let's see, current anniversary rewards. The Steed of the Green Dragon Inn, and then the War Steed, some War Steed pieces. We've got a Tome of the Sienna Hamster. It's a little hamster. that follows you around. Oh, that reminds me. Did I put it on here anywhere? Hang on. No, I thought I got one, but maybe that was over on Treebeard. Hang on, let me check my pets. There's another one that cracked me up, which was the... Oh, I think it was over on Treebeard. Yeah, the merrymaking hamster, which is basically like a little hamster with fireworks on his back. And then you've got the regular little hamster that can follow you around. So, I'm a little bit low on festival tokens, although I could trade out. Okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and get this Tome of the Sienna Hamster. Sure, why not? So, there we do. We'll go ahead and consume that. And now I know how to summon a hamster. So let's get that little guy on one of my bars here. Make it easier for me to summon him out. There we go. Beauty, the Sienna Hamster. Why not? Patty McGinty says, this is my first festival and I've been having a blast. That is awesome. Well, this is great because I think this is actually, like, from a getting all of your quests in perspective, this is actually the hardest one. So all the other festivals from here on out, you're going to be like, wow, this is a dream. Oh, yeah, Patty McGinty says, I love how people in Thorin's Hall make sure you get your hits in. It's very wholesome. Now, that's true. That is very nice. People are very cool about that. So basically you pick a quest from one of these two guys over here when it's up, and then you have to hit people, which is a thing, and knock them into the air in the arena. And you need to do it a certain number of times, and if you don't get it before the time runs out, it's a real bummer. And so it's really nice. People will sometimes go and like turn in their quest and then come back and be a target. So that way you can have a target to hit and get your hits in, which is, again, it's really nice. And so the convention is, because you can't do emotes in that area, it's an emote-free zone during the festival. So, actually, I think all the time. So what people will do is they'll jump up and down to show that they've gotten all their hits done and that they are a target and you're welcome to hit them. Because one of the reasons why people do that is because if you're in the arena and somebody hits you and they knock you out of the bottom zone, 2 out of the 3 quests that you could choose, that means that you fail that quest, and that's a real bummer. So people are, it's nice when you don't get knocked out. And it's really annoying when you do. So it's nice that you can then have a target where you can hit them and it doesn't matter where they land. It's not going to cause them to fail their quest, which is good. Okay, so I went ahead and came to the front gate of Bree. And the reason I did that is because I want to show you one of the things that's going on, which is kind of nearby. So if we come in and then we go past the grocer who's standing there and keep going up the hill and seeing these other hobbits here, the hobbits that are like the supplier there, farmhand. We'll go past him and then we come to the fireworks area. And when you get up here, there's going to be one of 2 quests that you can engage with. Either these 2 hobbits, a young Took and a young Brandybuck, nameless, will be standing kind of in the middle over there, and one of them will have a quest for you. Or you'll have this, which you see going on right now, which is fireworks. So we're going to go ahead and interact with the fireworks guy here, Winston Peartree. And what he wants to do, he says, launch the correct firework. Don't launch the wrong firework. So we're going to accept his quest. And then this guy over here standing on the box, he's the one that's going to announce to us which firework we should do. Now I have this cool thing that before put together, but for some reason it's right there. Hang on. I can't figure out how to move it. I should be able to move that. What's the deal? That is part of Festival Buddy. So, hey, honey, when you have a second? Something besides red. Oh, he's distracted with other things. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll get his attention at some point. So basically, he's created this frame that goes around the fireworks. So I can move my fireworks up to here, but the frame shouldn't be up there. I don't know how to move the frame. And I thought it had just like a little thing I could grab. But it's not letting me grab it. wonder if I've locked it somehow? Let's see. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to have to move the fireworks to match that box. But on my other character, the box is in a different place, so I don't understand why it's here. Oh, maybe it's I can do it this way. Can I move it this way? Oh, it's the control backslash thing. So it's a UI element. Okay. Ta-da! Look how they match up. Isn't that so cool? Okay, so let me explain this real quick, and then Patty McGinty, I will answer your question. So basically, this guy standing here is telling us what to do. And then before I got in and has been mucking with Festival Buddy and ended up creating Festival Buddy 2. So it says on the screen what the announcer has said, and then it puts it here into the border that goes around the fireworks. It shows me which firework I should do. Now, a nice thing too is it's got this countdown going on, so I could be like facing completely a different way, and it's still going to have the announcer's information show up here for me. So that's nice because sometimes you can't see the announcer very well. Yeah, and so for the ones where it's like, this is not the time for yellow fireworks, but any other color will do. You know, it'll show you the borders around all the other colors. Now, there's also a red number countdown there because in the timing of this, hi baby, you actually, if you set off the firework, like when it first comes up in the round, you can actually set it off a second time in that round. Like I could have done it like right now and it would still count. But if you're too late, it will count as being fired off for the next thing and you might be wrong. So it's a risky maneuver, but it's a nice thing to know that you can do if it's like coming close to dawn and you're about to run out of time. Okay, so you just need to do 10 correct fireworks in a row, which I did. And so now the festival announcer is ready for me, and I talked to him, and I turned that in, and I'm done. So, now this part, the fireworks, is only available when it's nighttime. Now, there is a small glitch here that it still thinks I'm doing that quest, and it hasn't, so I have to like say, hey, I'm doing something else, and then it'll stop popping up. Ooh, I have a cat coming onto my lap. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, so yeah, so sorry. So if it's daytime, those guys, oh, I should be going away. If it's daytime, these guys will have a quest for me to go and put fireworks on the ground in 6 places around Bree. And if it's nighttime, I'll be able to come and do letting off fireworks with this guy here. That counts as a festival quest, so hurrah for that. Cool thing about this one is it actually resets every half hour for you. It has a half-hour cooldown. So, like, if I go talk to him now, it should probably tell me I've got like 28 minutes left. Yeah, 29 minutes left before I can do it again. So if I'm like running around and I just cannot figure out what I want to do, I can't find any other quests to do, whatever, every half hour I can come back and do that. So, Patty McGinty says, hi, kitty. So the hamster reminds you of Buzz, Buzz Lightyear with a rocket strapped to his back. That's great. Do we know what the next festival is and when it'll be? Yes. They have a series of festivals, and they're every year the same and in the same order and around the same time. The dates fluctuate a little bit within like 3 weeks or so, but in general, they're roughly around the same time every year. The easiest place to go is use your favorite browser window and just type in like LOTRO schedule, and you'll get, you know, 2024 public event schedule, The Lord of the Rings on LOTRO.com, and I'm gonna go right there, and that will give you this link, bum, ba, bum, which is great. Cordovan is the SSG community manager, and excuse me, the last couple years he's put together this public event schedule like on their website instead of having it buried in the forums. It's also buried in the forums. Well, not so buried as it used to be, but it felt like it was buried. Anyway, it's in the forums and it's on the website, and if something changes, he updates it. So it is really a handy tool. handy page to go to. So anyway, of the festivals that we have going on, so let's see. First, we had the Spring Festival, and that was in March. Then now we have the Anniversary Festival, which happens around April because this is their anniversary. Is when the game started. Was in April. And then we have, let's see, would it be summer? No, midsummer. Midsummer Festival is next. Now, there used to be a summer festival, but then they came out with the Midsummer Festival, which is not the same festival because the Summer Festival took place around Hobbiton and Hobbiton Bywater and the Party Tree, whereas the Midsummer Festival is celebrating Aragorn and Arwen and the wedding that they have over in Minas Tirith. So the Midsummer Festival takes place in Minas Tirith. So that happens in the summer, June time, midsummer, because midsummer is like June 21st, depending on where the moon is. Anyway, then comes the Farmer's Fair, which is kind of like a late summer harvesty kind of theme, but not. Maybe not harvest is the right word, but like the bounty of the farm, of the farmers. And so there's a lot of stuff happening at the Party Tree, Hobbiton Bywater, the fishing hole, like it's all over in there. And what that is there was the Farmer's Fair, and then right before it was the Summer Festival. But they went ahead and combined those two when the Midsummer Festival came out. So you don't see the Summer Festival anymore. You've got the Farmer's Fair, and all the stuff that used to be included in that for the summer is in there, but that's fine because it's all Hobbity and in the same region, and it really blends well together. So, yeah, that's not a problem. So, so the Farmer's Fair is usually like August. This year it's August 15th. And they always run, well, not always, but generally they run for 3 weeks. So it'll start like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and it'll go for 3 weeks. It'll be like 3 to 4 weeks, ending on like a Monday or a Tuesday. In general. Let's see. And then we have, after Farmer's Fair, then around October, we get the Harvest Math, which they have this whole lore about. It's on the wiki. It's cute. They don't really lean into it as much anymore as they used to, but it had 4 different names based on the 4 different initial races of the game. So, like, the Hobbits call it Harvest Math, or maybe it's the race of men call it Harvest Math. The Hobbits call it Harvest Festival. The elves call it, and the dwarves have another name for it. So, but it's basically, that end of the season harvest. And it's also very Halloween themed. So there's a lot of stuff happening at the Party Tree. And there's this whole haunted burrow that you can go into, and it is fantastic. I love it. I have some videos on my YouTube channel, so if you want to go and see what that looks like, if you want to get spoiled, take a look at that. But if you want to wait and see it for yourself, we'll definitely be checking it out on the stream anyway when we get there. So if you get lost or anything, we can help you with that too, because it's like a little maze. Well, anyway, it's haunted, so you never know what you're gonna get. And then after the Harvest Math or Harvest Festival, then we get, and that's around October, end of October. And then we get the Yuletide Festival at the end of the year, and that usually starts in December and ends in January, like in early January. Okay, baby. So that's I think the full list of all the festivals. Now, and then there's also other smaller events, like there's the Buried Treasure event, which usually takes place over a weekend, like a long weekend, like 5 days. There's Hobnanigans, which usually comes around every other month. And then also that runs, it's like the first weekend of every other month, and it only runs for like Thursday or Friday to Monday. It's not very long. But if you wanted to get your, your reputation up with them and get some, maybe get some emotes or, some other Hobbit-y themed stuff, you'll keep an eye out for that. So yeah, so there's other small things that come around, but those are the big events. So yeah. You've seen videos for a haunted house for Halloween? Yes, it is so much. It's fun. The The Haunted Burrow is great. And you wanted the link for the UI again? Yep, there it is. Also, I do put the links from the chat into the, the description stuff bar on my YouTube channel. Sure. Let's see. Let me grab my channel, and I'll put that in the chat for you too. So if you ever want to go back and look at a link, my YouTube channel name is Life Beyond the Shire. Oops. Beyond the... Oh, I can't type. S-H-R-E. There you go. Life Beyond the Shire. And it's, yeah, so the videos, the streaming that I do, and then the streams that Before does, we put both of them up there. So that way, if you want to, like, comment, or you're trying to see something that we went over before, or whatever. And we try to put the links in the description underneath with from the chat, because the chat doesn't show up. So if there's something that would happen in the chat, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, we talked about that in chat, or the link is in chat, and people are like, cool, but I don't have that. So we try and copy and paste it in there. And we have 2 cats at the moment. All right, so I've come over here to do the horse race, the pony race, because it actually counts as a festival activity now. It didn't used to in the past, and then a couple of years ago they added it into the festivals. So really happy about that. So Erebos Dark God asks, is the anniversary festival live? Yes, it is. And we're going to do a horse race right now.
Would you do something
that
for
will
me?
count for that. So we're doing the Bree. There's 2 horse races, in case you haven't seen this part before. One of them is, and Patty McGinty, you might not know this, one of them is here, and one of them is in the Shire. So one in Bree and one in the Shire. The Thorin's Gate folks and the Eredluin folks don't have one. There's nothing in Kellendim or Newland for a horse race. Just these people in Bree and the folks in the Shire. And the horse racing place for the Shire is not as convenient to get to as this one. But we can do that if people want to see it. But the nice thing is, like I said, this counts towards a festival activity, so it's really handy. So, oops. Pardon me, sir. Let me come by you there. Patty says, someone said to me to buy the mounts as they might disappear next year in the future. Is that true? Basically, yes.
Hello there.
Technically, no, but basically, yes. And let me explain, because it's not really a good answer. Let me go to a games master, and I can show you better. So let me go to Lalia's Market, because that'll take me to really close to the Boar Fountain in Bree. Erebos Dark God says, I have seen or taken part, I think all of the festivals and events over the years. That's awesome. So, well, we have folks in the chat. It's always nice when we have that kind of breadth of experience in the chat, because we've got folks who are like on their first time through, and then folks like you who've been doing it for years and years, and folks like me who are kind of in the middle, where I've been playing since the beginning of 2019, and so I've seen a lot. But I haven't been here since the beginning, and so I missed some things early on too. Okay, so here at the Boar Fountain are a couple of things. Hello, there's a town's guard walking through me. We have a quest there to pick up and to grab envelopes. We have the quest there to drop off that brew that we're apparently carrying in our horse pocket. Let me go ahead and talk to this guy.
Could I speak with you a moment?
He lost a stack of invitations, and so he wants us to keep an eye out for them floating around like that one. See, like this one right here. And so you'll see it kind of goes in what appears to be a random pattern, but it actually is in a pretty repeating pattern. But catching it on the fly is a little difficult. There are some that are lying around like this. Those are easier to pick up. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun chasing envelopes. And so right now I have this quest, and oh, it's not showing up easy. Oh, it's white. So basically the entirety of Bree I could find these envelopes. So we're going to come back to that in a second. Over here under this tent is where you find the people who are who've got the stuff for you. So we have our games master, like we were looking at before over in Thorin's Hall, but kind of a little bit faster and easier if you would just want to look at the mounts. You've got a horse trader right here, kind of like the Yule Festival has a horse trader as you're going into the town of Frostbluff. This guy is right here, and he has all of the mounts. So he has all of the mounts listed that are available to you. Each mount, in general, will have the regular version that you just buy and you just ride around on. And then it'll also have the constituent parts if you wanted to get the pieces to put later on a war mount. So, for example, and I know, Patty, you probably don't even have a clue about war mounts yet, but let me just hop on my war mount real quick. So you have a special mount that rides differently than your regular ones. They have like ridiculous speed, or they can. So let me show you if I kind of canter a little bit. So you can canter, but you can then also just like let it rip and go really fast. But they don't corner well. And unlike a normal mount, if you jump, you can't turn in the air. So good luck. Hopefully you're the direction you want it to be. They also stop differently. Anyway, so they're a different style of mount, the war mounts are. And you can choose basically between having like a light saddle, which has more agility, a medium saddle, which has some agility and some more survivability, or a heavy saddle, which is like, we're good at attacking things. Anyway, I have decorated my mount, and it's hidden behind some other stuff here. So let me get my mount display panel up where I can get to it. So I've got this mount display panel here, and when I click on it, it gives me my trait tree of things. And one of the options I have is to modify the look. So right now, this is the look that I have on my war steed. But I could go to outfit number 2. I don't have it dressed up at all yet. So I might be like, hey, I want to use this Alliance of the Third Age piece on the body, but then on... So there's different things. You've got body, gear, head, hide, legs, saddle, and tail. Those are all the different things I can decorate. So like under gear, maybe I'm like, what is this accessory of the Gundabad Reclaimer? Oh, it's a skull on a head, on a stick. Probably not my style. What's this Citadel accessory? Oh, okay, well maybe I like the Flag of Gondor, or the Tidebreakers accessory. So I'm just like, okay, that's cool. I like that. We'll put that on there. And then for the headpiece, how do I want the head to look? Oh, I'll take the Mask of the Autumn Sage Barons. And maybe I'm like, oh, I like that Autumn Sage thing. Do I have anything else? And so I can look, and it's like, yeah, you've got a saddle you could use, and you've got a body you can use that are that theme. Where did I get those from? Well, I got those from these folks at the festival. Those are the different constituent parts, the different pieces that together can make up that look, but on a war steed, where you have a lot more flexibility over the look, and you can mix and match, and you can dye some things, and it's a whole other thing. I don't get into it too much because I just pick a different mount when I'm running around, because while I do enjoy riding around on a war steed, I run into things too fast. So I usually just stick to a regular mount. I know Lost Survivor Hobbit says, I love my war steed and ride it a lot. There's definitely people who really jam with riding it everywhere. I tend to ride it if we're going to go a long distance. Like if we're in Rohan and we've got to get from here to there, we all get up on our war steeds and we're just like, we go like the wind. If I'm going across the Shire, I'll probably just take swift travel. Like I'll just use a stable master or something. So it's definitely the places where I'm going further. Like if I'm on one side of, let's say, because you don't get your war steeds until you're in Rohan. But let's say now that I have my war steed, I was over in like the North Downs. No, not the North Downs. That's not what I want. Lone Lands. Let's say I'm in the Lone Lands, and like maybe I need to get to the Forsaken Inn or Weathertop, and I don't have travel to there, but I have travel to like Ostgaruth. I could definitely get on my war steed and ride it across. Or maybe I want to get from Ostgaruth like to the last bridge, you know, going the other way, where I can just like ride across fields and not really run into buildings and stuff. I will do that. Like I have fun with that. Anyway, so back to this guy, this horse trader. So he has the mounts that you can get, plus most of them the war steed accessories if you wanted to decorate your war steed to look like the regular mount. You'll notice that for festival tokens, we have the Steed of the Green Dragon, which is this year's option. And then we have the Steed of Crystal Resolve, which was last year's Crystal Anniversary. 16, I guess, is Crystal. I forget these things. So let's see. Crystal Resolve. It's the blue-white one. So one of the nice things is this guy often has the steeds lined up here. But that's the Green Dragon. So if you wanted to know what the Green Dragon one looks like, that's this year's, and it's right there. Maybe 15 was Crystal. Let's see, that's the Fireworks Laden Goat. Where's the Crystal one? Maybe they don't have the Crystal one out. They don't have every single one of them out. There's not enough room. Anyway, so he has the Crystal one also for festival tokens. So what they usually are doing now is last year's is still available for festival tokens, and this new one is available for festival tokens. But last year, so the one that was 3 years ago, so this year, last year, but then 3 years ago, that one has now dropped and is available, but for mithril coins. So that's why technically the steeds are still available. Oh, the Steed of Remembrance is also available. So right now we've got 3 I'm seeing for festival tokens. So you could get 3 of them. Oh, wait, the Steed of Regal. They've got a lot of them available for you for festival tokens right now. The Seaward Steed looks like maybe 5. And then they've dropped off into the ones for mithril coins. Okay, so anniversary steeds, we've got the Steed of the Green Dragon Inn, Steed of Crystal Resolve. These are for festival tokens, I'm trying to say. Steed of Remembrance, Steed of Regal Revelry. Maybe because it's the anniversary festival, they've got more options. And then the Seaward Steed, because that one's a few years ago. Oh yeah, Steed from the 2018 anniversary. So cool. So they've got the last 5 available for festival tokens. But I would definitely think about snapping those up if I were you, especially starting with the older ones, like the last ones on the list. So the Seaward Steed, the 2018 one. And then what's the next last one? Regal Revelry. It doesn't say the year on it, but the wiki would tell you for sure. But I'm going to guess that would have been the 2019. And then Remembrance is 2020. Anyway, you can figure it out. So then the mithril coins ones, those are all listed here also. So you can look through and be like, oh, okay, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. What am I interested in? For example, I find this little fireworks laden goat to be super adorable, and I love riding it around when I'm in Moria and you have to ride a goat. So if I didn't have it, let's see, which I don't. What in the what here? So I don't have the fireworks laden goat, I don't have the teal fireworks laden pony, and I don't have the fireworks laden pony. So I don't have any of the fireworks guys. Somehow I missed getting this guy. So if I wanted to, I could come back over here to this feller and be like, hey, now that I've seen that goat, I really want it. Oh, I can get it for festival tokens though. You know what, I'm just gonna do that. We're just buying that goat. Just totes get the goat. So anyway, I love how you can go and look at the different things. So like here's the teal version of the fireworks laden steed. Here's the regular one. And there's backpacks with fireworks in them that match those. So that would make that really cool. Who's this guy? This is the anniversary steed. I do like that one. I think that one's got some nice colors to it. The Steed of the Wooded Realm, though, oh, that's so pretty. This guy, this goat, which one is this? Is the Windfell's goat. So scary looking, but man, he's cool. The Steed of the Unflagging Dragon. There's a whole outfit set that you can get the armor of the Unflagging Dragon, and it's it's tight. But it's not really Hobbity though. But Hobbits look so funny in it. They just look like it's overkill. They're like dressing up in their dad's armor or something. And you've got the Steed of Odogil here with the 7-pointed stars and little leaves on the bottom. That's pretty. So yeah, you can take a look at a bunch of the steeds here under the tent, which is really handy. Yeah, Inquintuno says the steeds are what I go for. I am a collector of mounts. Yeah, whenever there's like a sale, I'll try to pick up some like mithril coins if they're on deal, because I then use them to buy the mounts. So I understand. Oh, I forgot to check my mail. Hang on. So let me look at this real quick. Oh, I already answered that. And okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go back to that in a second. So anyway, so there's all the different mounts and things. Now, as you may have noticed, or maybe you didn't, I am really low on festival tokens for this festival. And part of that is because getting festival tokens for this festival is a little harder than in a lot of the other festivals. So
what can I do for you today?
You can come to this lady, and then there's also a lady at the party tree who will take my tokens from other festivals and let me trade her for a box. Well, she'll take any festival tokens. So for example, I have 589 Farmers Fair tokens, and I don't need that many right now. So I can spend 25 of those, and now I have a box of festival tokens. So then I open up this box, and I can choose, what do I want? Do I want 6 spring leaves for the spring festival? Do I want 6 anniversary tokens? Do I want 3 midsummer tokens? Do I want 10 fall festival tokens, 12 Farmers Fair, or 12 Yule festival tokens? So I'm going to take the anniversary tokens because that's the one I'm short on. So, yeah, Geek Store says the mounts traditionally are some of the more expensive items, which is another reason why it's really good to get them for festival tokens if you can, before they revert to being only available through Mithril. So Captain Obvious says, I have so many winter ones, I think I'm over 2,000. The Yule Festival tokens. I only have 171 right now. I must have spent a bunch on something. But I do have 500 and some spring leaves. That feels like something I might not need quite so many. So I'm just going to grab a handful of boxes here. Some Farmer Fair tokens. I have a bunch of Farmers Fair tokens. Cool. So you see I just bought a whole bunch of boxes, and I'm just going to turn those into anniversary tokens so I can buy more stuff. And then it's got like a really short cooldown. So then you just go and open it again, open the next one, and so on and so forth. So now I have more tokens, I can go buy more stuff. But let's keep going with some quests though. So let's see. I'm a LOTRO in-game hoarder. Says Captain Obvious, very nice. Oh, we're gonna go and collect some more envelopes for this guy. So you can see that person is trying to jump up on the wall so they can go get that envelope. So I will not do that because, yeah, you have to jump onto it for back here and then you work your way. If you're on a mount, it's a little easier too. But sometimes there's an envelope up here, kind of behind this guy. Sometimes there's one by Second Watcher Heathstraw. Sometimes over here on the ground. Sometimes there's one like on this boar's tail. That's kind of funny. Sometimes there's one on the ground over by the postmaster. Down this little alleyway, you'll often see one floating around, so we'll grab that one if we can. And then you can't be moving when you go to pick it up, so it's you have to kind of time it just right. Yeah, there's often one that's like jammed itself in that piece of wood, and then sometimes there'll be one on this piece of wood. Sometimes there'll be one in this little garden spot here. And they just keep respawning, so if you see, like that one's already respawned again, and we just got that one. So that's kind of funny. So yeah, if you're not finding an envelope, just try a different part of Bree. Here, I'll show you where some of my favorite spots are. Yes, there's one on the roof of Bill Ferdy's house, which, oh, I'm on a war mount. Well, all right, we'll see how we do in Bree. So here's a couple flying in the air. There's one by the postmaster, as we mentioned. Oh, I'm on my boring look, too. Hang on. We got to change that. No, not trait spec. Appearance. Maybe back on my Citadel one. Okay. So you can see I'm kind of canting through here. So then we've got, hi, the cat just came in. Some flying in the air here. There's often one over there, stuck on something. There's one over there. You know what? I don't want to be on a war mount. It's just too, oh, I don't want to be on the ice flower steed either. Where's the steed I was on? Oh, fine, we'll go on the goat. Oh, that's the wrong goat. Hang on. Come back, little hamster. I don't want to be on the honey goat. Which mount was I on at the beginning of the day? Dang it, I can't remember. A boring goat would be great for the buried treasure event, as before. Indeed. Sorry. We were moving my mounts around recently, but I thought that was on a different character. And now I can't find... No, I wasn't on the... Oh, dang it. All right, let's figure out what mount do I want. All right, mounts that I have. I think the cats are playing on the table behind me. That's a Casper right there. Hi, Casper. Let's see. Which mount do I want to ride? I want something springish. I mean, the festival fireworks laden goat is kind of fun, though. Okay, you know what? We'll just do that. Doesn't match my outfit, but that's okay. I might. Do I have another outfit that matches that? I don't think so. I haven't got the same outfits on this character that I had on Adamantia. I still need to kind of keep working on Rose and Bloom's outfits. Let's see. Sometimes there's envelopes running around here. If you're doing the fireworks locations, there's sometimes a fireworks location here to set down. There's often an envelope against this wall. And there's often an envelope floating around in this garden over here. Oh, also on the ground. We'll grab this one. And, all right, we'll chase this one down because I don't actually know its path. Okay. Oh, no, I'm probably too far away. Nope, too far away. Once it gets past you, it's too far away. So you have to kind of anticipate it. There we go. And then in this little garden here, there's often, you'll see a sparkling envelope next to that tree. Yeah, there's one, oh yeah, as Loshire points out, there's one by the target practice in the Bree jail. There's also one here by this horse stuck in the wall behind the horse. I'm like, don't walk behind a horse. Yeah, so there's often one on one of the target practices there. Oh, it is actually there. Yeah, we'll go in then. So that person's staring at it. Look at the envelope. Look at the envelope. Let's see where else. There's another one floating around. Yeah, sure, we'll grab this one. And then, let's see. There's one by the study sometimes. Also near this horse. Sometimes there's one like back here by the wood, I think. So they're all over is kind of my point. So if you're finding that you're like kind of competing with a bunch of other people to grab the envelopes, just try a different part of Bree. And because like not everybody comes all the way down here. What I usually do is, especially if I'm doing it during the day, that looks like that woodcutter is like using it. That's really nice. That's nice placement. I'm gonna take that piece of paper from you, sorry. Yeah, if you're doing the fireworks that you have to dot around Bree, I'll usually do that, come all the way down here working on my envelopes, because there's usually more envelopes than you need. Like you see there's one there. That one's a little harder to get to. Let's see, how did I get, oh yeah, oops. You do that, but you don't fall. Or a lot of times I'll just use a mount and come at it from a different direction. Oh, I did it again. Hang on. Now it's like a source of pride. I gotta get it. Come on. All right, let me just get on the mount and do it from back there. Oh, and this haystack. I'm standing on it. And then as soon as it's gone, I fall, which is really funny. So I think what I've done before is I get on a mount and do it from here. I get on that one and then jump over onto, oh, I missed it. Doggone it. Anyway, if you like jumping on roofs, that could be a fun one to do. There's another one in this haystack. It's like a needle in a haystack. Oops, did I miss it? There we go. And then, yeah, the one on Bill Fernie's house, again, it's easier if you come at it. I find it's easier if you come at it with a mount. Plus, I'm amused at the idea of running around on Bill Fernie's roof, like stomping around with some sort of a goat or a horse or something. So, yeah, there's the envelope here. Here, maybe we should do that. What's that tantrum? And then there's one over here. So you'll notice we've picked up a few envelopes on our way around. More than what we need. So what we need is to open up the envelopes and find 6 invitations. But not every envelope has an invitation in it. Some of them are unwanted letters that got just blown around town. Some of them are festival tokens, so that's always nice. So let's take a look at what we got. So here's a stack. So I open it up and it shows my character kind of doing the like ripping open. And it tells me in my general output, oh, I found the toast emote. Oh, nice. Which amusingly, I already have it, but that's a great emote. I'll show you here in a second. So let's open the next one. That's like the whole reason to do this quest really is to get the toast emote because it's fantastic. Here, I'll show you. Look at that one. And they giggle while they're doing it too. It's fantastic. And then they throw it on the ground. So that's what, yeah. So there's like there's like 4 different things you might get when you're opening these. One is a hi baby. Lost Shire says hi. One is that is the toast emote, which is bound to a count, so you can give it to other characters that you have. But if you already have it, you can't like use it again. You could get a festival invitation, which I have just gotten. You could get an unwanted message, which is what this thing is here, which I can sell for 1 silver. It's not that bad. Or I could get a festival invitation, or a festival token. Sorry. All right, and I have a few stacks of these, so I think I'm doing okay. Okay, so we've got 6 festival invitations, which means it won't allow me to pick up the envelopes anymore. So like that envelope stuck against the wall there, we'll just wait for the next person to come by, which is fine. I thought I would deck myself out in orange today because Koningsdag is coming up. King's Day is coming up on Saturday. So people in the Netherlands wear a lot of orange.
Greetings.
It's a festival. Okay, so he's like, thank you, that was nearly a disaster, but now we can get the word out about the festival. Yay. So that counts as an anniversary item. And then we'll go ahead and turn in
How can I be of service?
the brew to Roger. And he says, aha, I see what you have there. With a color and aroma like that can only have come from my friend Runolf. You have my deepest thanks for bringing this to me. So then he does a little emote where he's drinking it. And then he pops back up with a quest that's like, hey, you're on your way to Combe. My friend Gail lives there. Can you take her this bracelet? So I've picked that up. Now, I'm going to just leave that chain for now because, as I mentioned, it resets twice a week. I think it's on Thursdays and Mondays. So, which means if I were to come back in tomorrow and try to do 10 quests with her, I could use the other. There's 7 of those chain of the great gifts chain altogether. I could use the remaining ones to finish off, or to count towards my stuff. Yeah, the gift chain is so easy, says Loshire, especially if you have swift travel. The only place you have to ride to is Combe. However, if you are a hunter, you can port yourself back to Mickle Delving real quick, because all of the starter areas have swift travel to Combe except for Bree, because it's right there, I guess. So you pop over here to the stable master in Mickle Delving, or if you haven't traveled to Mickle Delving, and Combe swift travel is right there. So that's faster to travel to Mickle Delving and take the swift travel from the stable master than it is to take the slow travel or overland travel yourself from Bree. It's really kind of funny. So while we're here, so we're in Mickle Delving, which is like here on the map, and the horse race is like down here. So we're going to zip our way over there overland because there's no other options. Wonder what they're up to. Oh, there's another games master here. Oh, nice. I hadn't necessarily noticed he was standing here.
I am at your
So another guy you
service.
can buy stuff from
Good day.
for the festival.
How
And this
may
is
I
a
help
like
you?
the other person that was at under the tent where she sells not seashells, but this guy will also do festival token exchanges, as well as some other things, like they sell firework ingredients that scholars can do and stuff like that. So, or yes, or Swift to Shire homesteads. Yeah, you could take travel to. I could do travel to Shire homesteads for this, but I don't know. It's like it's almost, yeah. I suppose I could have done Mickle Delving. Okay, here's what Loshire is trying to say, and I hadn't thought about this. So use my hunter travel to get to Mickle Delving, or if you're a Hobbit, it's also a racial trait you can get. Travel to Mickle Delving, and then instead of taking my house transit, because my house is not at the gate, I could go to the stable master.
A lovely day, isn't
And
it?
under the Shire, there's Shire homesteads for like 5 silver. That's so funny. We could totally do that. Because it sets me outside the gate, which is where I want to be. Because this is actually a really quick and easy way to get to the horse races. Sometimes I'll go to like the kin house, because the kin house isn't that far to get out of the neighborhood. Or I'll just like get to Mickle Delving and ride across land, because I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's close enough. But yeah, so then, okay, so the racetrack that we were looking for is right here. So we'll go ahead and do the Hobbit race.
Hello there.
It's really
Might I
nice
speak
because
with you a moment?
there was definitely a point where I was not good at the horse races, and I would fail every time. And now, occasionally I have problems with, like, especially if it lags out a little bit, or like it does that thing where the connection between my server and like my computer and their server doesn't sync up completely, and so it kind of jerks me back a little bit, I'm like, no, I was there, not here, or whatever. Because the horse race does involve a little bit of precision. I don't jump over that one, by the way. You can go around it and it still counts. You just have to go through the gates. That's the important thing. But now I'm really grateful because I can most of the time succeed in the race. Okay, so I did make one of the jumps, but I didn't make. So there's 2 times when you have to go over bridges, and so the first one I did successfully, and the second time you noticed I fell, but I still have enough speed overall that you can still win. So you can succeed on one bridge and fail on the other. I've actually failed on both
Good
bridges
day.
and still just barely made it. So that is possible, but that's not an easy way to do it. So, but there we go. So I have done 7 festival quests. So I can actually go back to the party tree, which I have set as my campsite for my hunter travel, because there is a hunter travel campsite at the hill, so that's really handy by the party tree. So, but yes, Lost Shire, I do love the gifts chain. The only thing I don't love about it is that you can't do it every day, because otherwise I would just do that every day and be like, done. But you have to intersperse it with other things. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I'm finished now, and there we go. Oh, I think this is my 3rd day of doing it. So I get the wrapper for that, which gives me Figments of Splendor and some Virtue Experience. That was nice. Boom. And then that finishes the intermediate. Oh no, it gives me the intermediate to do next. Okay, that's cool. So now I didn't do any of these things. Oh yeah, we were gonna go top Hiking's Crossing. Let's still do that. It also counts as a festival quest. It's one of the anniversary scavenger hunt cards. What are you doing? Is he eating the plants? Casper! Casper! No! Don't do that. Don't do that. He's trying to eat the ribbon. Can you just go ahead and remove the ribbon? Yeah, thanks. So Geeks Tour says the Shire horse race track is possible to fail both plant crossings and still finish the race. Bree is almost impossible to miss both and still complete it. Okay, so that's probably what I did then. I probably did it on that one, but not the other one. All right, so we're going to go over to King's Crossing. Sorry, I got distracted by what is Casper doing? What is Casper doing? He's on the floor like, what? Am I in trouble? Did I do something? So let's see. High King's Crossing is near Avendim. So let's swift travel over there and then figure it out, because I think there might be a stable I can take. Come here, bud. Yeah. Why don't you come be over here and not be getting into trouble, huh? You want to come up? You want to come up? Come here. Come on. Come on. Don't look at her. She's not doing nothing. Yeah. There we go. This is Casper. He's the ribbon eater. And sometimes plant eater, which is what I thought he was doing. Yeah. So I've got Cateau back here, and then this is Casper here. Oop. Nice. Well done. Okay. We have a double catting going on. I look like I've grown cat ears. Oh, there we go. Lost one. Bye. Oh, hi. Yeah. I expect she'll be back in some fashion. Okay. So we want to get to High King's Crossing, and yeah, show me on a map real quick. So we're here, and we want to get to here. Oh, that's true. There's the boat travel. I forgot about that. I could have used that. In fact, let's do that. Let me see if I can do that, because we can get back here really fast, if not. I'm going to show you a fun little thing. So we're going to go to my house at Floodside Road, and I was just thinking about that. Is that in the wrong place? Let me move that over. Okay. And then I have, hey, Skagosi says, good evening, Little Red, B4, and cats. You just missed Cateau. She was up here as well. It was like a whole group. Oh, yeah, so I've got the Green Dragon in keg by my door now, in case you need to get to the Green Dragon quickly. Got the 2 ingredient crates here, so you can grab your free ingredients. But the reason we came here is so we can call to us a dockmaster. Hello, dockmaster. And can you send me to King's Crossing by boat travel? Yes, you can. Oh, I've been waiting to use that, and I forgot that I could. I'm so excited. That was awesome. Ta-da! So we're at High King's Crossing at the dockmaster, and who happens to have traveled to Buckland or the couple boat locations in Tinador. But Where I want to go with our little firework-laden goat is up and up and up. So this is High King's Crossing. And where I want to be is up on top, like way up there. But thankfully, these folks have a rope that I'm apparently very good at climbing. So I have completed this anniversary quest to get to the top of High King's Crossing, and I can look out, although it is dark because it's night. So you can see a really cool silhouette of the mountains there. What else can we see? We can definitely see what's nearby. These ruins or something, they're huge. So, so that says quest ready to advance, area door, year 3, travels. Because that was the only assignment that I had to do this scavenger hunt card. So it says you completed a scavenger hunt card. So I say finish now. And I got some anniversary tokens for that. So now, if I go back, so once you finish a category, the quest giver for these anniversary scavenger hunt things will give you a prize. But does that finish a category with Odelia? It does not. Okay, so I still have more to do in order for her to be like, yeah, you can have stuff. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder what I haven't gotten done for her. Well, that's okay. So they have a series of gifts that they give you throughout as you finish. And I think it is the same. Well, actually, do I have it in my stuff? Not that one. Oh, yeah. So if you complete a year 1 scavenger hunt card, this one gives you the Stone of Eric, which is huge, by the way. And then what are the others? Let me see. Let's take a look. Defeated 2010 says good evening. Good evening to you too. Let's see, that one just says anniversary tokens. I think the quests themselves, the individuals just give you, yeah, it's just the wrapper that gives you some goodies. So which wrappers do I still have outstanding with these two? The anniversary scavenger hunt. Oh, and then there should be an area door. There it is. So that one would give me the Tome of the Friendly Deer if I complete a year 6 one. And if I complete a year 1 of the big one, the not just area door, that gives me a Stone of Eric for my house. Which, like I said, it's huge. Okay, so those are, let's see, did we miss any festival activities aside from the beer brawl? We did the pony races, the horse races. We did the fireworks in Bree because it is nighttime still, although just barely. We're in late watches, and in 6 minutes it goes to 4 dawn. I have I use a plugin called Titan Bar, and one of the things you can have it showing you is what time of day it is. And so it says there late watches, and then it says 6 minute 4 dawn, which is really cool. And then on your, and you should have this already, but on your radar up in the top left-hand side, it has a little thing that says nighttime, late watches. So you know we are in nighttime. So like sometimes there's a quest, various quests that are tied to a time of day. For example, this fireworks quest. It has to be during nighttime. So now let's say I'm like, man, I really wish I could get more festival tokens. I wonder what I can do. Well, remember we came by here and I said he had a 30-minute cooldown. Well, we've been around more than 30 minutes. So now I can do it again. Now let's say I set off the wrong firework. You launched the incorrect firework. Wah, wah. My string of fireworks has gone away. So if I'm like at 9 out of 10, it's too bad. But the really nice thing is I can go right back here over to Winston and say like, hey, can I try again? And he's like, sure. Have a bundle of fireworks and give that another go. Now is not the time for resting. Launch your red fireworks, said the announcer. So I have launched the correct firework this time. So there goes that red timer again. So wherever I had set the little box for Festival Buddy to go around the little buttons, it's remembers that because it's part of the UI setting. So like for example, when you do control backslash, do you know how everything on your screen comes up with its little like placement? It's one of the items. It's in that menu, even though it's a plugin. So just yeah, from when I was looking for it earlier. All right, so what's next? This is not the time for green fireworks, but any other color will do. So you'll see that the green is not highlighted, but the other 3 colors are. So the Festival Buddy is trying to help me out in picking the right firework to click on. And I appreciate that. It's very handy. And then notice it goes away when once you get to that in-between time where you could launch a firework, but he might be saying something. And so you might launch something that isn't what he says, and you want to do that. So, yeah. So that's where we are on that. So now see how it went all blank, but now it'll fill in because we know it's red. So what it's doing, the plugin, and B4 can tell you more about this, but basically it's listening to the chatter, and this the stuff that the fireworks announcer says shows up in like the general output. So the plugin is able to look for that, which is kind of cool. Anything except red. Okay, fine. So everything else we've done so far is can only be done at most once a day. So the gifts chain can be done twice a week. The envelope thing can be done once a day. What other things? Well, this can be done every half hour. Now, the other quest that's up here, where the hobbits send you out to place fireworks in the ground, that, I believe, is once a day. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Well, I thought it was timed, but it wasn't.
Will you
Okay.
give me a moment of your time, friend?
See, I thought it was still up, but I wasn't. I was wrong. All right, we'll launch a green firework. Oh, before it says without checking, he guesses it shows up in say, not general. That's probably true. Oh, I got an error message, honey. Let's see if I can get this over to you. Where's my... Oh, fine, I'll just do it here. There we go. Okay, how about a bright red one? I can do that. So after my stream, sorry, got a little distracted for a second there. After my stream is B4's stream, Plugging Along, where he talks about plugins and does some plugin development during his stream. And so he'll probably be working on Festival Buddy. So I just sent him, I noticed when I was looking at my general output, there was an error message that occurred when I launched the wrong firework. An error message for Festival Buddy. So I was just trying to get that information over to him. He was like, well, what were you doing when that happened? These are his usual questions. And what did the error message say? So I'm like, here is that information. Let's dazzle the crowd with a firework that is blue. Okay. All right, we've got 5 out of 10 correct. Casper has remained, and Kuto is on the tower across the room, staring out. Red firework. Oh, there is also an instance that you can do, a festival instance that you can do, that also counts as a once a day, counts towards your wrapper. So I can show you that too. It takes place in this area as well. I mean, it's just from a story perspective. You can launch it from anywhere. Incumbent wants to know, since when I play this, I try and hypothesize that others will push for the ones that say any color, any except, yeah. So, like, it'll say, you know, this is not the time for a red firework, but any other color will do. And you try to guess what people will push. Here's a funny little, I don't know if glitch is the right word, but when the fireworks show is about to begin, but the fireworks announcer hasn't started yet, there is a firework that is the right one. And I've heard the hypothesis is that it's the last color that he called before it went to daytime. So like if it went to daytime right now, the last color he called was yellow. So perhaps that is the like ongoing correct one overnight too. Okay, so there we go. We did 10 out of 10 this time for reals. And so now we can turn that in and get our 2 anniversary tokens. That's the other thing. That's another reason why it's so hard. This festival's so hard because the token numbers are really low. This is something I like to do sometimes is though, it's just like go, hi baby, we have a toe back. I like to go over and put that away and maybe I can tell Festival Buddy I'm not doing that anymore. Go away. And then just watch the fireworks go up because that's kind of fun. Like if I'm doing something else or if I'm like swapping back and forth on screens or whatever, I'll just leave this up and watch the fireworks. So, anyway, so let's say it's the beginning of the night. And so the fireworks announcer is ready, I mean, not announcer, but Winston Peartree there, the show coordinator, is ready to get going. But the fireworks announcer hasn't started announcing anything. That color, there will be one color that is still the right color. So you can basically pick up the quest and try one color. And if it says, that was the wrong one, then you just turn around, you pick up the quest again, try another color until you get the right one. And then you just do the right one 10 times in a row before the fireworks announcer starts and you finish the quest. So it's really funny. Okay, so in 15 minutes we have dawn, which I believe means these guys are back in. But let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do the instance. So let me just like pop over here or something. So here's the funny thing is, the instance is gonna take place right about here. Okay, so you go to the little tick on the far left-hand side of your bar, so like what's basically underneath me here, and then you go to Instance Finder, which is a little ways up, little part way up. What level is the instance? It is whatever level you want to do it at. So I'm going to collapse the menus here, and I just want to go to seasonal, and we are in the middle of the anniversary festival, and there is only one option here, and that is a flurry of fireworks. So I click on that. What I can change is the size. So I can do it at 1, 2, 3, or 6. The tier is always tier 1, can't change that. But the level I can also change. So let's say I just go and run this thing through at level 20. It says over here between 10 and 150. Oh, it says right here, up at the top, sorry. So I could set it to level 10, but I'll just set it to level 20, why not? So I'm going to run this at size 1 at level 20. So you get to choose what level you want. Now, in these festival instances, there's usually one. Here, let me open these back up, actually. So you'll see for the other ones, like for Farmer's Fair, there's a boss from the vaults, and then there's Summer Perfect Picnic. For spring, there's boss from the vaults, and then spring, Bee's Big Business. And then Yule has a boss from the vaults, and then Yule, the battle at Frostbluff. For the ones that are named for that anniversary, for that festival, so summer, so the Perfect Picnic, Bee's Big Business, Battle at Frostbluff, those have a deed where there'll be encounters that pop up during the event, the instance, and if you defeat each one of the different beasties that are listed in the deed over the course of doing the instance a couple of times, however many times it takes. But if you defeat each one at least once, then you complete the deed. But it will not accelerate the deed if you do it outside your level. So like I'm level 150, I could go down as far as like 142 or 143, and it would still count for those encounters. But if I drop this down to level 20 and I have any of those encounters, it does not, it doesn't move the deed forward. So just a heads up on that. Okay, so I'm doing Flurry of Fireworks, level 20, size solo. Okay, I'm going to travel now. There's a Gandalf. The boss from the Vaults ones have a fixed level, I believe. It's the... Oh no, you can change that too, because I was doing Naruhel, and I was doing it at like level 50. You can't change the size, you can change the tier on those. Hey, look, we're in a really similar position we just were. So Gandalf has a couple of things for me. So because this is the first time I've run this today, he has 2 quests for me. One is the Flurry of Fireworks, which is the instance. He's like, hey, this display is going to be well attended. Lots of people have come to Breetown for tonight's marvelous celebration, and we must disappoint them. So we got to carefully go set up the fireworks display. And don't worry, you won't be alone. I've requested additional assistance from our many friends. Okay, so there's that one. So then the crates show up, and that begins the instance. But he also has another quest for me that I'm going to go ahead and pick up. And this is Sparkling Sparklers. So a great many children have come to see the fireworks on display. I have something for them. Where did I put those? Oh, here they are. Give these sparklers to the children to play with while we set up this evening's celebration. The smiles on their faces always brighten the experience. So this one is also a once a day quest that you can get from Gandalf. So we go interact with the child and give them a sparkler. It sparkles, what a delight. Now the nice thing is the children are showing up on my mini radar, which is great because I got to find 12 of them, and they are scattered about. But they're all in this area. I mean, of the area of the instance, but you know, that could feel like a wide area. So I'm gonna just run around a little bit and give some sparklers to some children before I get too far. Cool, and there's a child over here. Now the instance is going to take me in that direction. So I'm about ready to go in that direction. So let me give this child a sparkler, because I'm a responsible adult giving out fire to children. And you see there's people starting to gather because they're excited about the fireworks show. So, bye. We're going to click on these crates of fireworks. The idea being that we're like picking up the crates in order to take them. And our friend Lagorlam has come along to help us out. Okay, so we have a nosy hobbit. And unlike some of the other instances, they will basically stun us because like we're so surprised by, you know, their chatter we can't continue on. Like we have not been able to get rid of them. And then we run into beasties along the way. So we'll have nosy hobbits who are stunning us if we don't, you know, get them to move along. And then we have beasties that are going to attack us. All right, there's another child with a sparkler. Oh, did I miss somebody down here? I did. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Yeah, I can hear there's some trolls nearby. So the people that are helping us are folks that we, you know, some NPCs that we encountered at other points in the story. And so we're running into things that we encountered with them, or could have, back at the time. Okay, so here's our first flag. We've made it this far. We should have 10 out of 12 fireworks, or sparklers given out to the children. Okay, so we've got this, some fireworks, we got this far. But Gandalf's down here with some more. So let's run back down to Gandalf. And he's going to grab somebody else to give us a hand. Somebody else from our past. Here's Pengale. He says, I'll do my best to keep up. I think Pengale's the guy who lost his sword in the Lone Lands, and we had to, like, search every goblin crate that existed to help him find that. I think that's Pengale. Yeah. So, but the last 2 of the kids with sparklers are up at the top of the hill here. So, oh, that's 10 out of 12. I missed somebody because this will be 11 out of 12. So yeah, so you know if you get to that point and you haven't finished it, then it's like, oh, I missed a child somewhere. So I might run back down after... first we have to finish this off because then Pengal's going to run along. What? Who are you being shot at? Oh, by that guy. Hey, work. Hey, hey. There we go. And then he's going to go have an encounter with an old ruffian hermit who demands answers. We have resolved the noise complaint. He was here to complain about the noise, but we resolved the noise complaint. Okay, so there's our next flag, but I'm not going to do it because there's like a... Yeah, I can't just jump down, and I don't think I can use a mount in here. And so twisting... It's kind of a twisty-turny way, you may have noticed, to get up here. So I'm going to go back down and find the child that I missed. Aha! I see a ring. This is why I try to do all the kids before I go up. But there you are. And that is 12. So I get 6 anniversary tokens for that, which is lovely. It's lovely. Little kitty cat. Okay, so now I got to run back up to where Pengal is. And we'll click on the flag because we have completed up to that point. And then we'll get an additional, sorry, not additional, but we'll get a different helper because Pengal will run off. So we'll get somebody new. Oops, come on back. There we go. Gandalf and his fireworks cart have come to assist you. And Pengal is like, I think he usually says something like, okay, I'm going to go. See you later. Alright, so now we do these. There we go. Now we've got Rob Thornley. Let's see if he gets time to work this way. Just watch out for orcs. They are your nemesis, my dude. We're not far from my farm. You should visit again sometime. Sure. So we should have some bad guys up here. I still think about all those cursed orcs you helped me escape from, friend. Like these. I think our NPCs can fight, but I don't remember I think they're not very good at it. It was a terrible time. I can believe it. I don't think you're very good at that stuff, dude. So it is. Alright. Oh, I regret to inform you that I've mistakenly lit the fireworks a bit early. Oh no. So basically we have to attack the lit fuses. There they are. And then they reignite. And we have to shoot them again. Alright, I think we got them all. It's like those birthday candles, you know, that you blow them out and then they come up again. So yeah, but we have successfully stopped the fireworks from going early. So yay us. Okay, and then when we hit the festival banner, with the fireworks finally secure, the fireworks celebration can begin. So again, Gandalf is down the hill, and there's all these boxes of fireworks scattered about that will be launching fireworks for the fireworks show for people. See? Isn't that cute? I think it's a cute instance. Oh, there he is. Gandalf is way back here at that flag. So we're going to talk to Gandalf, and he says, well done. Now let the sun celebration commence. The fireworks celebration has begun, and a whole bunch more fireworks go off. They are like going off like crazy. So before you leave the instance, so don't talk to Gandalf again yet, you need to check this fireworks chest that's sitting here. That is where you get your festivity tokens, which are the special currency that you can only get in these festival instances. So you want to make sure you get that before you go. And then we talk to Gandalf when we go. So that is the Flurry of Fireworks festival instance. Say that 5 times fast. Yeah. I have a Kato on my lap. She's got her head resting on my wrist. So yeah, so we were just here. This is where we just did this instance. And so the children were scattered about, you know, throughout over there and around and about up here. And then we went down and around through here where the hobbits were. And one of the flags was here. And then there were 2 more children up here for sparklers. And then we followed the path through here. Oops. And then there was a flag there. And then we followed around here. And that's where we encountered some more stuff. And then we get up to the top. And he lets off the fireworks by mistake a little bit early. So we got to put out the fuses. So that's this whole area is just sitting here. It's like landscape. So you can go and check it out, you know, from time to time if you want to. It's kind of fun to be like, oh, hey, I know where this is. I've finally gotten to that point with the epic battles. Yeah, and unlike during the instance, you can actually jump off on this when it's in landscape, so that's nice. Okay, so we've done all of those things. So I think we've done everything except for the brawling. So let's go take a look at that. That's up in Barnes Hall. Oh, my currency's capped. Hang on a second. Oh, I have 40 festivity tokens. I want to spend those. I don't think there's anybody here that takes them. Oh, there is one other quest that we haven't done, but you gotta have friends for that one. Well, you just need a lot of people. I guess they don't have to be friends. Oh, Inquin Want to Know says, thank you for the stream. We'll be out of internet range for a bit. Gotta go have a fantastic time on LOTRO. Well, thanks for coming by. Thanks for your questions, too. Glad to answer and help out. So, yeah, we'll see you around. And the video will be up on YouTube, so if you ever want to check it out and see what happened next, it's also out there. Oh, yeah, festival tokens. Right. Okay, or festivities. So the festivity tokens, which are the ones you can only get in the instances, I believe this guy.
And your families.
Let's see. Is it seasonal skirmish rewards? For some reason, they call it seasonal skirmish rewards, even though they're instances. Whatever. So yeah, festivity token. So the Tome of the Merry-Making Hamster, the one with the sparklers on his back, fireworks on his back. That's festivity tokens. The Green Dragon Inn Tankard. I thought I bought that, though. Let me check my wardrobe. Also, what does it even look like? Oh my gosh, that's huge. Oh, okay, that's better. Okay. It wasn't coming in Hobbit size. And I was like, yeah, maybe I don't want that. But now I do. I don't have it there. Let me just double check I didn't already buy it and forget to put it in my wardrobe. Nope, I did not. I think I did it. I think I must have picked it up on the other server. Okay, so I definitely want the Green Dragon Inn Tankard. We gotta have that. So that is now in the wardrobe. And I am currently wearing this, and I have the Bull Roarer cup that I'm carrying around. Bull Roarer's tankard, but we are going to swap that to the Green Dragon Inn tankard because that's a good one. And it's thematic, and I go to the Green Dragon all the time too, so that works out great. Okay, some of these are from previous years, like the Forged Ram walking staff. That's from it's a previous year. Look how ridiculously huge that is for a Hobbit. The Tome of the Tricolor Corgi is also for festivity tokens. Okay, let's see. We can start at the bottom. So there's a couple of streamers that you can get. There you go, baby. It's okay. It says ceiling streamers. So there's a green one, a teal one. There's a celebratory yellow long banner wall hanging. Celebratory red banner wall hanging. Post with celebratory teal streamers. Lamp post with celebratory yellow banners. I hadn't thought about getting that for my house, but that's a nice idea. Explosive fireworks crates, like the crates that we saw. A sparkler, a purple anniversary fireworks banner, and a teal version of that. And then there's the Mighty Ram fireworks, but they're consumable, and you get 5 of those. And I don't believe it's part of a deed, so I think it's just you use them and then they're gone. And then there's like a explosive fireworks throne. It's a housing item. Oh, which reminds me, Deco de Miu, which is the mug I'm working on here, is a website, and they have all of the LOTRO housing items on their website. It's really super awesome. So if you're ever like, well, I'm curious about this, but I don't know how that would look, you can go to the website, go to Deco de Miu, and it has everything there, and you can kind of see it. What he does is he goes and he takes a picture of it, like in a Belfalas house, without any decoration and stuff. So it's really just like the thing, but you can see it kind of in situ. And sometimes it's hard to tell, like, how big is this thing? And so it'll have like a dwarf or something standing next to it, so you kind of have some idea of the scale. So that's really handy. I think, okay, so I'm debating between the tricolor corgi or the merrymaking hamster. I did get the other hamster. I don't think the merrymaking hamster sends off fireworks. I think he just carries them. So I think we'll try that. And then I'm gonna put that on my bar in place of this other hamster. So we're gonna get rid of that hamster and put on, yeah, the merrymaking hamster. Oh, me switch. Oh yeah, there we go. I keep my quick bar locked so I don't mistakenly do some of this. Oh, I just moved this together. Hang on. Wrong hamster. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna drag this little hamster around. Oh, sorry. And see how that goes. So there's our merrymaking hamster. The merrymaking hamster. How funny. All right. Well, sure. Give that a go for now. That is a funny looking little hamster. Okay. So, oh yeah, I was going to do the beer brawl. Right. That's what we're going to do. All right. Let's scoot over there. I just didn't want to leave my festivity tokens capped because then if I ran the instance again, I wouldn't get the festivity tokens. And that, for me, that's kind of the reason why I do that. Why I do run the instance at all is because I want the festivity tokens. So here's a fun thing too, is you notice how there were different levels of group, different sizes of group that you could do it at, like 1, 2, 3, and 6. 2 of those overlap. Either the 1 and the 2, no, the 2 and the 3. The 2 and the 3 overlap, and they share a chest lock. So if you run it with 2 people, or as if you had 2 people, when you open up the festivity tokens box, then that's locked until the next server reset. But you can run solo, that has a chest of its own, and you can run the 2 or 3 player, that has a chest, and then you can run the 6 player, that has a separate chest. So that's 3 different chests that you could open in one day, thereby getting 15 of those tokens, 5 each time. So if you're like, really like, oh my gosh, I really want to get this X, in the game, and you've only got so much time, so many days left to do it, you can, zoom through it. And you can do it at like level 20, like I just did. It just means you get like more bad guys, but when you're like a 150 doing stuff at level 20, you're probably going to be fine. You're probably going to be fine. Okay, so eventually, this runs on a timer. So it's like every 9 minutes, it does the full cycle. So we are waiting for the timer to come around for them to be like, hey, we're gonna do a brawl. So we'll just wait. So there are 3 levels. There's the basic quest, the intermediate quest, and the expert quest. You may recognize that idea from the last festival, the spring festival, when there was the shrew stomping, how there were 3 different levels of quests with that. The difference here is that you do have to start with the basic, just like you do with the shrew stomping. But once you've done the basic, you can skip intermediate and go straight to expert. Let's see, the basic quest.
At your
Does
service
it tell me
and your
how much you get?
families.
No. So the basic quest, you knock players around, and getting knocked out of the arena will not fail the quest, and you don't need to do anything else. Just knock people around. 10. I think you have to do 10. The intermediate quest is you bash people like before, knock people around, but you've got to stay in bounds. So it adds another layer. And then the last one, the expert quest, is you got to hit 10 people, you got to stay in bounds, and there's a thing that's called the glorious beer, which is going to appear on one of the 4 tables. And you've got to grab that too within the time that you've been given. So there's like a time limit. I feel like this is taking a while. On the other hand, if we came in the middle of when a brawl would have been happening, it's still got to wait to tick around, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just hang out, wait till it comes back around on the old guitar. Well, Alice's restaurant. Not there. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. I was up late last night. It's my own darn fault. Because before and I have started playing the Planet Crafter, and I am like obsessed with this game. I'm totally loving it. It's my first time through it, so I'm not sure like how replayable it is, but I think it's going to be replayable. So I'm thinking that even though you might know more, I'm trying to not give away anything because it's one of the fun things about the game is like as you're going through, you're discovering things about like why are you there, or things. You discover things. So I think even though I might know more of the background and stuff and where to find things, I still think it might be replayable. So we will see. But man, we must have just got in here when it just ended or something, or just started or something. Man, this is taking a while. There we go. Okay. So now Gisley Strong Club, he has a quest. He has the quest options for us. So I've done this before, so I don't have to do basic. I could choose expert if I want to, or intermediate if I want to, but I'm going to go straight to expert. So this is the one where you gotta get the beer, right? Yeah. Get the beer, knock 10 people, or knock people 10 times, and don't get knocked out yourself. Okay, so now I have a little club here on my, as Festival Buddy has given me a little club, which is neat. I can choose, which is what I do, to put it on my bar because I have buttons on my mouse and I find it easiest to just be able to click my mouse. Yeah, as B4 points out about that game we're playing, the Planet Crafter. Yeah, sure, you know the golden chests exist, but do you remember where you found them? Yeah, Skagosi points out, that is the hard part. B4 asks, can you drag from the Festival Buddy box to your skill bar? Well, that's a great question. Let's find out. It looks like the answer is yes. That's kind of cool. All right, so I've got my little hamster hanging out here with me. Now, this is a place where we have a serious business effect, which means there's no emoting and there's no run speed boosts or buffs or anything like that. Oh, and stand tall. Your enemies must not see you fall. Feigning defeat will not avail you here. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. We're just going to scooch this out of the way, though. So now we just wait, and let's see, there's a bar fight announcer over there. Is he the one that's making the announcements? I think so, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there he goes. So 1 minute until the bar fight begins, friends. So, and then he'll count it down, like, ready? So what you'll do is you'll basically, like, pick a person, and then you will hit them with your club, and they will go flying into the air. So ideally what you do, what happens is you and another person end up basically picking each other. And then you just line yourselves up with this big column here, and there's one behind me. Also, well, there's a statue, I suppose. It's like a column. Because if I were to hit this guy right now, he might end up over there where those townspeople are. And if that were to happen, that's out of bounds. And I would feel bad that I had knocked this person out of bounds. So, uh-oh, I think this other guy's targeted me, though. So, notice how we all went, did a little slamming emote there. But then some people like to run around in circles. I'm like, okay. I was just like, I like to pair up with one person, and we just hit each other over and over again, and we call it good. Oh, they're going for the brew. Okay, well, I got it. I need somebody to hit. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. So this is how the beer brawl goes. Now, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now that person came back and they were limping a little bit, which would indicate that what most likely happened is multiple people hit them at the same time. And if that happens, sometimes you can go a little high into the air and high enough that you come down with some falling damage. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Still in. Hey, I need to hit somebody. Oh, thank you. I need a beer. Let's see if I can grab the glorious beer. Nope, I got knocked while I was trying to grab it. That's unfortunate. Okay, do I still need... No, I still need to hit somebody else, though. Oh. Okay, so that person's jumping up in the air, and that's kind of like the symbol for, hey, I'm finished. You can use me as a target. Okay, cool. That is 8 for me. So notice how that person basically knocked me out of the arena. If I had not finished and was going to turn in my quest, that would have failed it for me, which would have been disappointing. But luckily, I was good. So I'm going to jump here to let them know she can hit me. Does not appear that she needs to. I think that's everybody. We'll just double check. All right, so that's it. And it auto-completes. Oh, no, it doesn't. I mean, I came in and talked. I came in and turned him into him. Notice how we're kind of glowing. That's a fun little side effect that we have of the beer. It's the glorious beer hero effect. Bask in the glory of your victory in the glorious beer competition. It lasts for 2.5 minutes. So it's very cute. So yeah, as B4 points out, if you jump at the right time as you're getting hit and or get hit by enough people, you can hit the ceiling, which does significant damage to you. When you come back down. I don't think I've ever been defeated by falling in here, but I have had significant damage. Yeah. Hey, Dame Hypatia says good evening. Well, good evening to you as well. We have been running around doing festival quests. Hey, where's my little hamster? Oops. Did I lose my... Oh, there he is. I got the merrymaking hamster with the little fireworks on his back. I'm not seeing any fireworks going off. So you see the anniversary of celebration corgi over there has some fireworks that are going off periodically in his little cart from the back of his cart there, like that. Whereas I'm not seeing that happening with my Mary. So that's fine though, because that was one of the things I find distracting actually, is when the fireworks go off and I'm trying to do something. So I'm fine with this scenario, with my little merrymaking hamster just being currently carrying these things and not actually exploding them. So, so while you're waiting, you can go and talk to the, festival guy and be like, hey, I haven't bought this. Oh yeah, I should show you all. This year, there's only like 2 cosmetics, and it's this, the outfit of the green dragon. So this is what it is. It's got like a dragon here, the green dragon there, coming around on the sides, and then in the on the waist, it's got like a green dragon belt buckle. That is the best way I could put it. And then a green dragon here in the center, and then dragons coming down, on the shoulders. So it's kind of cool. Like, it's got a lot of dragon stuff going on. I think it just is tied at the back, like as if this is like an apron going over this red outfit. And then there's the green dragon hat. So it's like a kind of a, a bowler hat with little green spikes, as if it's like maybe teeth, little green dragon teeth. So those are the the fun things for this year. And then there's the handheld item of the green dragon mug tankard that I picked up. So I do have that. But they've come up with some fun things for this year that are very green dragon themed. So there's the mount, and then there was the hat and the outfit that I just showed you, and the stein, the tankard. There's also the green dragon in keg, and it has a special ability. So it's interactive, so that's fun. I have one of those at my house. And then there's also the green dragon in bar. So you could get the bar with like a green dragon in keg, a miniature version sitting on it. And you could get that like for your house. So that's kind of fun. I'm amused by this. I should probably check Affodil because, not Affodil, Adamantia. I should check Adamantia because that was my main character on the server for a long time. And I'm like wondering, why is she so low on anniversary tokens? It's probably because I did everything on Adamantia. So if I want to get any housing items or anything else that's bound to account, I should be buying that stuff with Adamantia if she has a bunch of tokens. I did barter some tokens. So yeah, maybe you missed that part of the stream. So yeah, let's try. I could go ahead and finish opening these boxes because remember we got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these things. We could go ahead and do that. Now, it's not applicable right now, but the In League and the Ale Association, they have a quest where each side has a quest where you deliver beers to people. Here we go, expert.
Come and
Yes, please.
stay my friend.
And you get special tokens of their group for doing such things. So you can then take those tokens to their headquarters, which one of the headquarters is here. After this is over, I'll go show you where the Ale Association headquarters are, because you can then take it to the headquarters and trade in the special tokens that they give you for doing those delivery quests, and you can get one of those festival token boxes that I just had. So that's another way to get a bunch of festival tokens without actually running through the festival, or in addition to whatever you've got going on, whatever you need. But you have to do that when the In League and the Ale Association are active, and they're not active during the anniversary festival. You have to wait and catch it during the spring festival or the midsummer or Yule or like all the other festivals basically. So, all right, so we are waiting for the bar announcer to tell us that things are a-comin'. And I'm going to grab a quick drink, and then we're going to wrap up and not too much longer after that. 1 minute. Cool. So, we'll do the brawl. Oh, nice. Somebody set a fire. Oh, that's cool. Hey, I can do that too. I'll add to the fire collection. Whee! So we'll do the brawl. We'll go check out the headquarters and show you where you trade in your tokens if you have done that. And then maybe we'll pop over to the In League also, and I'll show you where that is. And then we'll probably call it, and it'll be B4's turn to stream and do all of his stuff with the plugins that he's going to do today. So, yeah. So if you have any plugin questions, definitely stick around for that. Or if you just like talk about LOTRO stuff, Oh, how funny. We're just getting ready to start the brawl, and my mouse, I have it set to just randomly changing colors. Or maybe not randomly, but like rotating through the colors. And, oops, there's nobody here. No! It went to red. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh, you have dropped your mighty dwarf club in the shock of shame and defeat. because I got knocked out of the arena. Oh well. All right, so we're gonna run over here. We're done with the brawl because you can't join back in. You have to wait for the next round. So over here, there should be somebody standing here, but he's only there during the festivals. So I think we can't turn in anything while we're here. We've got an Ale Association member there. I've done some Ale Association stuff, so I'm able to come in. I'm not just a member. I'm a member. Wait, that doesn't come out right. Okay. I think we cannot interact with any of these folks at this time because it's not active. All right, so we're going to pop over to Mickle Delving. But that's where the... Oh, sorry, I really wasn't very clear, was I there? Let me show you where this was that I just went into, though. I just did it. So when you come in and you've got the Tavern Keep here, and you've got the Dance Master is here for the festivals, and then during festivals you've got like the In League and the Ale Association folk are all taken up this part of the room. There would be a dwarf standing right here, and he's the one that you want to interact with in order to exchange your tokens. Pretty sure that's that guy. All right, so we'll go over to Mickle Delving, but I'm going to guess we're going to have a similar experience there. Although, you know, it's hobbits, so there might be more of them hanging about. We'll find out. All right, let's take a look. All right. So, ooh, that reminds me though. Hey, let me type freebie. This week's freebie. So every week, LOTRO gives away like something. It's often like a potion or an accelerator or something of that sort. But once in a while, they give away something else. And okay, oh, anyway, so hang on, let me show you in a second. So first you come into the Bird and Baby Inn, and you go past the bar and past Esmeralda Burrows, and there's a door here, and you have to be a friend standing with the Inn League. So there's usually 2 people in here you can trade with. There's this person sitting in the chair who's not here right now. And it's not her, she's asleep. And then there's a lady behind the bar for if you're like fully kinship with them. So yeah, it looks like even if I had the tokens from a previous festival, I can't even trade them. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. What was I just talking about right before that though? Oh yeah, the cozy pig. So if you want to get a cozy pig housing item, and they're super cute, so you take that code that just showed up in the chat, cozy pig, you copy that, paste it here. I mean, you can type it, but I just copy and paste, that way I don't make any mistakes. And then you hit the little gift button, and it goes, cha-ching, pig in a blanket housing decoration coupon activated, which means if I go into my inventory, I now have the pig in a blanket housing item. And it is so cute. Yes, Gregozia is correct. In fact, we will go to one of my houses and set the pig in there. So let's, which house needs a pig? I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go to my Shire house because I think my Shire house is a little shy on housing decorations because I keep stealing them and moving them to Lindleby. And I just love the cozy pigs. So there was a point when they gave them out. You were able to get 10. You could do the code 10 times, and so I did. I think it was 5 on Anor, and then 5 on Evernight. So then when Anor closed, I kind of dispersed my things. So I think I sent like 1 or 2 pigs to Laurelin, and a couple to Landreval. I don't think I sent any to Evernight if I had them all already there. I'm trying to remember wherever else I sent things. So yeah, so I don't have as many here as I wouldn't mind having here. So, you know what I mean? So there's the sleeping cat, which is by the fireplace, because of course. My little merry-making hamster. So let's see which housing things are not in use. Looks like this might be a little harder than I thought. Hey, there's one. Okay. So you find an empty thing or one that you want to remove, and you can just right click on it and it'll drop it in there, or you can drag it. You've got options. Okay, so then it shows up in the little box where I have it, but I can move it. So I'm going to move him this way, and then I'm going to move him this way, and we're going to get him closer to the fireplace. I think I'll put him there. And maybe we'll rotate him around. Okay. And then that lamp is too close. So I'm going to scooch it a little further back. There we go. And then I close my decorating and ta-da! Here. There's my little sleeping pig in a blanket next to my sleeping brown cat. So, and then he just like dreams along. And I love the cat too, because the cat gets up and moves around. So, like, yeah, it does that. It wags the cat moves his tail, and then he walks around to go find another place to lay down. Sniffs. I think he rubs his ear, maybe? Let's see, he's sitting down. What else does he do? And then the pig is dreaming. Oh, did I put it too close to the cat? No, that's perfect. That is just like a cat to walk right by it, too. And then the cat lays back down. So the pig, yeah, dreams of pie. And it dreams of the One Ring, which is a little disconcerting. And then Z's again. And then he dreams of Bingo Boffin. So my guess is Bingo Boffin feeds him good stuff. And there's the cat walking around again, looking around. Oh, there we go. Oh, licks his paw. That's what it is. And then he's going to walk by the pig in the blanket. And consider laying down there and decide not to. Because why would you when there's the possibility of, hang on, a nice warm fire? Let me light that fire. Ta-da! I think it stays lit until I like log off. So anyway, so there you go. So that is the pig in a blanket. If you haven't got it, oh, he just dreams of other little piggies. Oh, is it rude having the festival table right by the pig? Yeah, I don't know. Well, hopefully he doesn't look up. I mean, circle of life and all that, right? So anyway, so we did the festival wrapper. Showed you where to pick that up and turn that in at the party tree. And then we went and did like a handful of festival quests. And then we did, let's see, what am I doing wrong? Oops, not that one. Not that one. There we go. Yeah, and then we did one of the scavenger hunt things. You can kind of see what that might entail. And we went to a couple of different vendors to see the things that they had for sale. So I think we covered a lot of the anniversary stuff. One of the things that's happening during the anniversary festival is that when whatever year you're on, it will increment by 1. So for example, last year, during the anniversary festival, I ticked up to number 6. Oh, there's some strawberries. He's dreaming of strawberries. So I got the gift package for being in the game for 6 years. So this year, I then got the gift package for having been a player of the game for 7 years. So you have from now until basically 11 months, like basically a month before the festival starts up again next year, in order to make sure that you log in at least once with your account, and then it will increment that number for you. So then you will get the next bundle. And then every character you log in with will get that bundle. I think I went ahead and opened it on, yeah, because, so for me, for example, let me pop outside. I got, like, it's a star themed package for year 7, 7 stars, kind of makes sense. And so I got these yellow star fireworks. And so each one of my character gets these fireworks. So and they go up and then they come up and make stars like that. So that's pretty dang cool. Also, all of my characters are getting one black steel key, which you use to open those travelers loot boxes. And I don't think I have one on me right now. I filtered them so they would stop getting them, but yeah, it's good. But right now in those loot boxes is you have the possibility of getting something that is the Silent Stalker set. So there's a banner of the Silent Stalker. There's apparently a couch that has a kitty on it. And when I say kitty, in this case, we're talking about like a bobcat. So basically what Will and Whisker is. So let's see, what else is there? I've heard there's a couch, but I haven't seen it. If you go to Deco Demu, he does have everything there. But I have... I did get the banner. The banner is available from Myrtle Mint right now. She's by the Boar Fountain. So you can buy the banner, and you can buy... There's like a floor covering, but I'm thinking that's kind of gauche. What else is there? There's the mount. You can get a mount. So I have the Tapestry of the Silent Hunter. That's one that you can buy, but you might also find that in the box. The couch is only available out of the box, and there was like 1 or 2 other things that are only available out of the box. So you have a chance of getting those. So that's a reason why you might consider, if that's something that you want, getting all your characters logged in and having them get, you know, whatever their goodies are. Year 3, if it's your 3rd year, you get, each one of your characters gets 3 steel keys. For year 7, I got 1. I thought year 9 got 1 also. You know what? Let me just, there's a list in LOTRO, and I put this up last time also. On the LOTRO wiki, super handy, is a list of all of the anniversary rewards over each year. So like for 7 year, I got a black steel key, a Reveler's Shield of the Odogil, and the yellow star fireworks, and a title writ 7 stars. Next year is orange fireworks and a hooded cloak. Year 9, oh, year 9 doesn't have, I guess it was year 7 that you get. I was thinking it was 9 for some reason. So year 7 you get a steel key. Year 3 you get 3 steel keys. I'm just double checking through the rest of the years. I'm not seeing any other steel keys. So I think that's it. So that was my last one. But the cool thing is if I make a new character, they get the gifts, all of them. So if I made a new character right now, they would get the 3 from the year 3, and then they would also get the 1 from year 7. So I would have like a brand new character with 4 steel keys, which is a strategy that you can employ if you are looking for something very specific. I think you have to be a certain level to open the boxes, like level 20 or something. So you'd have to like create a character, get it to level 20, have them use their key to open some boxes, give the stuff away to your other characters, or disenchant them, and then delete the character. Yeah, defeated 2010 confirms, yeah, level 20. Okay, so I mean, it's not just like a jump in, grab stuff, and run off, and you're, you know, good to go. But some people will do that. They will take a character up to level 20 just to have them do that stuff, and then, you know, move on. So it is a strategy you can do. All right, well, I think my short day... Okay. I think my short night is catching up with me. I know I did it to myself. So, but yeah, we were up late playing the Planet Crafter. and I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun in that game. And then this morning I needed to get up and go get blood drawn. So I was like, well, I had to fast. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get up, ride my bike over, give them some blood, come back home, and go back to bed. But instead, I came back home and played some more Planet Crafter. Yes, Kokozi, the danger of Planet Crafter. Oh, but it's so much fun. And it's fun. All right. Well, folks, I still gotta find a good rug for this place, man. But yeah, so get out there, enjoy the festival, have fun with that, and if you feel like you get stuck or anything, Fibro Jedi always has great festival walkthroughs and guides. So you can always go to Fibro Jedi's website. I believe it's fibrojedi.co.uk. The LOTRO main page, let's see, LOTRO anniversary. Cordovan has started putting like kind of a summary of the anniversary of the events, on LOTRO.com itself as well, because that didn't used to be there. So you can go to, for example, in this case, LOTRO.com's LOTRO 17th anniversary, and it has like information about it. And then often at the bottom, Cord will put, if there are, sometimes he'll put like links to other people's playthroughs or videos or information or whatever. It looks like he hasn't. Oh, wait. Oh, here's the Anniversary Festival Guide. And there we go. This one, sorry. I mean, that one was about 17 specifically, but this is what you want to go to. So that was just the news item. This is the guide. So Cord has created guides for each one of the festivals. That is, and those guides are listed on LOTRO.com, so it is native to the people running the game. Smart move. And then at the bottom, he often will put links to other people's guides that are out there that are really good or that people have really liked. Well, they overlap. So he's got Fibro Jedi's listed. He's got an anniversary scavenger hunt guide by the Department of Strategy. I don't think I've seen that one. He's got the LOTRO anniversary celebration from the LOTRO wiki linked, and then the anniversary celebration category over on the DecoW website. So that's all at the bottom of that LOTRO page. So kudos to Cord for, one, getting the thing up on their own page, and then two, continuing to support the community that's already put in a lot of work on that. So pretty awesome. So if you get stuck or you're not sure where to go next or you're looking for something specific, check that out. Go to the LOTRO.com thing and then just check out the links at the bottom. One of the festivals, there's links of some of the videos that I've done. So that's kind of cool. I have more guides that I want to do, but there's more guides than there are necessarily time, and especially once I'm playing some other games. So, that happens. But yeah, anyway. Well, thanks everybody for coming along. Scusi says, thanks, Little Red. I have learned a lot from you about the game and festivals, and I have played this game for many years. When I get into something, I kind of dive in a little bit. So I end up learning a lot about whatever it is. So I am happy to impart these little gems that I discover along the way and share them with you all. So thanks for the feedback. All right. LB4 is coming up next with his stream Plugging Along, and he's going to be talking about plugins that are here in LOTRO, and including Festival Buddy, which is very apropos for right now. So very appropriate for what's going on since we're in a festival. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you over in his chat here in just a moment. Thanks, everybody, and remember, as always, to stay connected to that Hobbit side of your heart. All right, bye-bye.